Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is the long-awaited breast augmentation update. So I am currently 8 weeks post-op, but in this video I'm going to be talking to you about my 6-week recovery, because 6 weeks is the amount of recovery time after having a breast augmentation surgery. So before I get started with this video, I want to say thank you guys so much for all your supportive comments, your loving comments, your encouraging comments. I appreciate all the love that you guys have given me and my videos. You guys all loved my videos. I try to make my videos as informative as possible. I chose to make those videos. I chose to put myself on the internet and show myself the most vulnerable moments because I want to help you. I want to help you out with your recovery. I want to learn from me, and I want to give you guys tips, and I want you guys to know what to expect. And that's why I wanted to make these videos, and I wanted them to be informative. You guys, my experiences, what I'm going through, my symptoms, everything, and you guys all thought it was super helpful. You guys even told me it was the best breast augmentation video there is on YouTube, which means the world to me because it makes me feel accomplished, and I am so happy to help you guys out. So if you guys are thinking of getting a breast augmentation or know anyone that is going to get a breast augmentation or considering a breast augmentation, please share my videos with them. I have a playlist that I will link down below. I'll also put a little card up here to my playlist. Share that with them because I guarantee that they're gonna find it helpful in some way. So I am hoping that this video is gonna be just as informative as my other one. In today's update, I'm gonna be talking about my pain, the appearance of them, my scar, my stitches, and so much more. So I know this video is gonna be a long one, so get comfortable and get ready to jot some notes down. For those of you that haven't been following my journey and you guys don't know anything about my breasts, I will tell you that now, and I will also have it listed in the description below so you can quickly glance at it. So I got Saline Implants, 350 cc's under the muscle, and my incision is under the boob down here. My profile is moderate plus. So in this video, I'm not going to talk about why I chose the size that I chose and all that. I don't know if I should make a complete video about that. Like choosing whether you want it under the muscle or over the muscle, saline or silicone, moderate profile or like a high profile. I don't know if you want me to make a video on just that. If you do, let me know, but I will not be talking about that in this video. But I did touch on that subject a little bit in my breast augmentation consultation video. I will have that linked up here if you want to go ahead and watch that. So a very common question that I've been getting and that I feel like everyone is most concerned about is being sedated or like getting the anesthesia. So before surgery, like an hour or two before surgery, they're going to prepare you for surgery. They're going to insert an IV, and that is going to be giving you just saline, just to keep you like hydrated. So once they place a saline, they can either place it on the arm, they can place it on the hand, they can place it somewhere over here, but it's going to be somewhere like in your arms. So then later when they take you into the operating room, they will add your anesthesia through that same IV. So you're not going to feel anything at all, and it's going to happen so fast. And of course, everyone, depending on your size, depending on your weight, depending on just how your body tolerates it, it's going to affect you differently. For me, it just instantly knocked me out. Like I just remember her saying, "Oh, I'm giving you something to go to sleep." And that's all I remember. Then I woke up, I fell asleep, and you don't feel nothing, you don't dream. It's like you only slept for like 2 seconds, because then you wake up and your boobs are already on, and they're handing you a drink, handing you pain medication. So it all just happens so fast. It happens like in a blink of an eye. It's gonna feel like you were only sleeping for a couple of seconds. So the second main concern that most people have is the pain. I have a high pain tolerance, and I will tell you that it did hurt, and in the consents that I signed in the doctor's office, because I read the consents, it did say you will feel pain. Like they guarantee you will have pain. The pain, I would say, is not that bad. To be completely honest, it's not that bad, especially when you compare it to childbirth. I do have 2 kids, they're up there, and I delivered my daughter. It was a natural birth, vaginal, no epidural. I'm a small framed person and she was 9 pounds, so trust me, that was the worst pain I had experienced. Not to mention engorgement, breastfeeding, your breast filling up with milk, getting super hard. So the pain is similar to engorgement, similar in the fact that it feels heavy and a lot of pressure, but it's very different at the same time. It's very different because it's more of a muscular pain that you're feeling. Just in case you guys don't know, and I'm gonna be very graphic right now, I got my implants underneath the muscle, so that is a bit of a more invasive surgery. I feel like recovery will be a little bit more painful than over the muscle, because just in case you didn't know, and I'm gonna tell you, don't get scared because I do think under the muscle is better than over the muscle in my opinion, so don't get scared by what I'm gonna say. But they do cut your muscle, they detach it from your ribs. Your chest has 2 muscles, and so they're gonna cut the one that's on the top, and they're gonna detach it from the ribs, and it's gonna kind of go up, and then the space in between the 2 muscles, that's where they're gonna insert the breast implant, and it's gonna be a little capsule, a little pocket where the implant will rest. That muscle is cut, it's kind of like brought up, and it's super tight because you know, muscles contract, they squeeze and release. So when they cut it, it just gets super tight, and then it gets super high up. So that's why your boobs are like all the way up here after you get the breasts. You're gonna feel so much tightness. It's because of your breast muscles being contracted and tight, and they're also pushing down on the implants, and plus the weight of the implant makes it just feel so much heavier. So then whenever you do any movements that require arms to move up, to move to the sides, everything, any arm movement is going to kind of hurt and feel uncomfortable. And right now I don't have any pain, but some arm movements still feel a little strange. That's it, strange, and mostly in this area right here, like in the armpit area right here, and that's where I also had most of my pain. So I would feel pain whenever I had sudden movements, or when you try and reach too far, or you can't lift your arms up very high at all. Raising my elbows hurt, like just a lot of arm movements hurts, and obviously lifting anything or trying to make strength, like opening a water bottle, opening anything that requires you to use your muscles is what hurts. But when you're just kind of chillaxing, doing nothing, it doesn't really hurt. All you feel is just like a lot of heaviness and a lot of pressure. So another thing that causes pain is your skin stretching. So before I had my breast augmentation, I had like saggy mom boobs because I did breastfeed both of my kids, and then just like the fluctuation in weight causes you to have saggy mom boobs. So I feel like my skin was already stretched, and I didn't feel that much pain in the stretching. But if you're not a mom, if you have, you know, like just young perky boobs already, I feel like you're gonna probably feel a little bit of pain with the skin stretching. Just warning you, I'm not sure, maybe you won't, only because when I was about 1 week post-op, I would just have so much pain right underneath my boob, and it was my skin, it was not my boob itself, because it felt burning like fire burning, let me tell you. And when I would touch it, it just felt like a habanero was rubbed on my breast, and it was just on fire. I never felt that on this one at all. It was only on this breast, and it was down here, and I told my doctor about it, and he said that is the pain of my skin stretching. Space from my nipple to my boob was less on this breast than on this one, so I had more space from the bottom of my boob to my nipple on this one, and then less on this side. And so this one has to stretch a little bit more, and that's causing that burning pain. So the first 3 days are probably the days where you just have a lot of pain, you know, like just everything hurts. But then after that, it gets a little bit better, and you're gonna see that you're not gonna be needing your medications around the clock anymore. But what I did experience that caused pain for me was muscle spasms. Whenever I got cold, my muscles would contract. I could feel them like get so tight and like, and that would hurt me. I could not stand it because it just felt like so tight for a long period of time. I wasn't like just like, oh, like squeeze and then release. No, it just stayed, it squeezed and stayed squeezed for such a long time, and that bothered me so much. Putting ice packs helped me with that. I would get spasms whenever I had a sudden shift of weight. So when I would be laying down and then all of a sudden sit up, I would spasm. When I was doing sudden movements, I would spasm. When I got cold, I would spasm. When I would remove my compression bra and they would, you know, they're being supported, and then when they all of a sudden like drop because I took off my compression bra, they would spasm. So that lasted me for almost 2 weeks, and I still sometimes spasm when I get cold, and I'm 8 weeks like I said. But in the beginning, for the first 2 weeks, I was spasming so much. Now you can tell your doctor about it. They could give you a muscle relaxant, but I didn't want to do that because muscle relaxants are going to relax all the muscles in your body. You can't target only the breast muscle, and so with that you can't do driving, you can't, like, you're gonna be really sleepy, drowsy. And you know, I have kids. My kids were with me during my whole recovery. I didn't want to be any more disabled than I already was because I just wanted to heal already. I wanted to recover so that I can go back to being normal as possible because I needed to take care of my kids and stuff. So an example that I have to show you how much it hurts when you move your arms was, I was laying down on the couch, you know, with my laptop on my lap, editing my videos, my surgery videos for you guys, and I tried to like lift the laptop off of my lap to put it to the side so that I can stand up, and I couldn't even lift the laptop. Like, just trying to pick up the laptop off of my lap, I could not do. I was just stuck there. I was like, oh, I called my son. I was like, please take this laptop off because I have to go pee. I don't know. That was just an example because I couldn't believe that I couldn't, you know, move my laptop. So, okay. So next I'm going to talk to you guys about the appearance of my boobs. I am going to insert some clips of what my boobs looked like at 1 week and what they look like now. They are still pretty high. They still look kind of fake, but they look way better than they did before. So I'm interrupting the video to show you guys a couple of pictures. So this is me at week 1, week 4, and week 8, and you'll be able to tell the dropping if you look at the space from my collarbone to the top of my breast. And this is me, the same picture, but only week 1 and week 8, and you can see the significant difference in the shape and also the height of my breasts. So I'm not wearing any undergarments in this picture, but in this one I am wearing the compression bra, and this is also week 1 and week 8. You can see how they have dropped so much. This is me at 9 days post-op. This was the first time I got dressed and ready and went out with my new boobs, and it felt good even though they looked super fake. And this photo, I am 3 weeks. And I know I'm looking lopsided, but it's because one boob is dropping faster than the other, so the shapes are different, but they'll catch up. In this photo, I am 4 weeks post-op, and the lopsidedness is starting to decrease a little bit. And in this next photo, I am 5 weeks post-op. This is kind of like a side view, and then this is the front view. They were just very high and hard and, you know, round. Like, they were just funny shaped in the beginning, but now they are looking a little bit better. I'm rounding out at the bottom more. It's not like so much up here. I am dropping on this. Oh no, I'm dropping on this side more than I am on this side. I don't know if you can tell. If I turn to the side, this curve is a little bit more natural than this one. This one kind of just sticks out right away. He said that's normal, it's okay. It's because, like I mentioned about the skin over here, this one's going to have a little bit more trouble dropping, but he said it will drop. My doctor is not worried that I'm going to be like lopsided or anything. He says I just have to be patient. Gravity is going to do its work and look pretty natural. So obviously in the beginning, even at my 1 week, they were very high, hard. They had no movement at all. Like, they were just like 2 melons glued onto there. They were just really round, high, hard, and they wouldn't move. Right now my boobs are still kind of hard when you touch them. They'll have a little bit more movement, and I'm also able to like make them touch, which is an exercise that my doctor told me to start doing at 1 week post-op. I could not get my boobs to touch in the beginning. It was just like, oh my god, they're never gonna touch, like what the heck, these things are so hard. And I was able to finally get them to touch when I was 4 weeks post-op. So I had to be doing this several times a day, every day, and this is gonna help for your boobs to drop. It's also going to help to not get capsular contracture. So look that up. If you're thinking about getting breast augmentation, look up capsular contracture. Really quick, basically it's like a scar that forms around your breast and then it deforms the shape of your breast. And usually happens soon after a breast augmentation. Reduce the risk of that is by massaging your breast regularly. And when I went in for my 6-week post-op appointment, my doctor did say that I have no signs at all of capsular contracture, so I was super happy. So another thing to help your boobs drop, my doctor's recommendations, was to just go braless. He never told me that I had to wear my compression bra or like bandages. So one day after my surgery, so I was 1 day post-op, he took off my bandages and just expected me to be like braless all the time, but I did not feel comfortable because, like I said, I had the spasms and stuff. So I felt more secure, I felt better, I felt more comfortable wearing a compression bra. So then I went in to see him for my 1 week post-op. I mentioned to him that I was wearing my bra 24/7. I would only remove it to shower. And he was like, what? You don't even remove it to go to sleep? I was like, no, I wear it all the time. He's like, no, don't wear it. He's like, don't wear it. He's like, if you keep wearing it, it's going to take longer for your boobs to drop. He's like, try to not wear it. So it was really hard for me to not wear it because of my spasms, but I was trying. So I started off little by little, like removing it for 1 hour, 2 hours a day, and then sometimes like I would only wear it at night because it made me feel better. I did also always sleep sitting up for the 6 weeks. For 6 weeks, I slept sitting up, and I showed you guys in my surgery video. I'll have it linked up here. In my surgery video, I show you guys exactly how I position my pillows and how I would sleep. And I would sleep sitting up, and that also helps to decrease swelling, and it also helps for my boobs to drop. So these were the compression bras that I would wear. And I still wear them sometimes, but let me tell you, it's just not comfortable. I just feel more comfortable being without a bra or being with the kind of bra that I'm wearing right now. Right now I'm wearing like this little, it's kind of like a cami type bra. It has tiny little thin pads that just like, you know, cover the nipples. It has no support at all. It's super stretchy, but I really like it. So I bought a pack of 3. You know, the brand rubbed off. I don't know the brand of it, but I'm pretty sure you can find this anywhere. I bought it at a store that's here in Chicago. It's called Discovery. It came in a pack of 3. It came with a nude color, white, and black, and it was like $15. Super inexpensive, and you can crisscross. It has a little hook, so you can hook the straps together and crisscross it in the back. So this is what I currently wear all the time. This one I got off of Amazon. Now I had no idea what size to pick, but I guessed that I was going to be a medium, and it felt good. I think medium was good for me, and I got that off of Amazon. It was about $30 for a pack of 3. So since I started to decrease the amount of time that I was wearing my bra, that's when I started noticing that burning feeling because my skin was stretching, so my boobs were dropping. That burning pain lasted me probably almost 2 weeks. I think by 3 weeks post-op it went away, and at 3 weeks post-op is when I finally started feeling normal. Like I finally was able to do more, and I felt good, and I was able to dress myself and, you know, like dress cute. I wasn't always wearing my zip up sweaters and stuff. So at 3 weeks is when I started feeling better, but I was nowhere near being like fully recovered. Definitely it does take 6 weeks to recover from a breast augmentation surgery. Like, also, you guys all kept asking me about bloating because I shared in my video that I had extreme bloating. Bloating just happens naturally because of the trauma that your body is experiencing with surgery. Also because of the fluids. When you sleep sitting up, all the fluids, the swelling from your breast is going to naturally gravitate to the bottom, and it's gonna make your belly bloat. So it's from the swelling, it's from the trauma of the surgery, and it's also from the medication, like a side effect kind of from the medication, because narcotic medication tends to constipate you, and then the constipation also contributes to your bloating. So the bloating lasted me about 10 days. After that, I started feeling much better, and then by like 2 weeks I was just back to normal. So then, since I quickly touched into dressing and all that, I'm just gonna talk to you guys about activities of daily living. So another thing you guys kept asking me about was if I was gonna need help using the bathroom, if I was gonna need help wiping and all that. So the only help that I needed when I was going to use the bathroom was to pull down my pants and pull them up, because anything that's going to make your elbow go away from your body is going to hurt, like right here in this area. That's the only help that I needed, and I probably needed help doing that for a week and a half. I think by 2 weeks I was good, you know, I was able to just do it by myself, and it did hurt a little bit, but I could deal with it. It wasn't like excruciating pain. Did struggle with wiping, you know, you kind of have to like, you could like barely reach wiping, but you can wipe. It is kind of uncomfortable. You kind of have to position yourself in like weird ways so you can reach, and so it doesn't hurt that bad, but you'll be able to do it on your own. Another thing was dressing. Zip up sweaters. Zip up sweaters are going to be your best friends because it's easy to just slide it on. You don't have to lift your arms. Also, taking off my bra. Like I said, these bras are compression bras, so they're on really tight. Even though it's a size medium, it is kind of small, but it is very stretchy. When you unzip it, it's easy to unzip, but what's hard is to remove it off of your back. And so I needed help because I could not like move my shoulders back like this, or move my shoulders and elbows back to remove it. So I did need help taking off my bra for like the first 2 weeks also. At 3 weeks was finally when I can take off my bras, take off my shirts, put on cute shirts, you know, and dress up a little bit more, because I was able to wear like regular type shirts and not just zip ups and stuff. It only really limited my upper body movements. Walking and moving was never a problem. Like sitting down, sitting up, getting out of bed, getting into bed was never a problem. Getting out of bed was a struggle only if I was laying completely flat and then I had to rise all the way up. That's when it would hurt and I would spasm, and it was hard for me to get out of bed because I was scared of the spasming. That's what I was scared of. It's not that I couldn't move my body in any way. It's just that when you're laying down flat and you're gonna sit up, you have to use your upper body muscles, your core muscles to get up, and that just would make me spasm. So that's why I would try to get out of bed very carefully to limit the spasm, and use as much lower body muscles that I can. Okay, and lastly, we're going to talk about stitches and my scar. So the stitches that I got were under the breast here, and let me tell you, it is so small. It's about 1.5 inches long. That is super teeny tiny. The scars for saline breast implants are going to be smaller than for silicone implants, because for saline, they fill it with saline after the implant is inserted. And with silicone, they insert the whole full implant. So just keep that in mind. And they are dissolvable stitches. I did notice that the stitches on my right breast were dissolving faster than the ones on my left. By 3 weeks, I noticed that it was starting to fall off. I noticed them dissolving on my left breast at around 4 weeks, and by 5 weeks, they were both completely gone. So right now, I don't have any stitches at all. I do have my tiny little scar. The scar is so tiny. It's like a little pencil mark. It's so thin. It's like a little pencil mark. In my opinion, it looks great. I don't even have to really worry about scar gel and scar treatments. But if you really want to do something about scar treatments, my doctor recommended me silicone pads, and I did buy them, and I have been using them. I did take a before picture, and I'll be taking a after picture. Now, it does take 1 year for your scar to fully heal, so eventually down the line I'll make a 1 year breast augmentation video, because at 1 year is when your breasts have the final result. The silicone pads are basically like just like a little strip, and it's very sticky. It's reusable. You just stick it on and it stays there on for a day. Then you take it off to get in the shower. Then you can put them back on, and you use the same little strips for a week. So it comes with a pack of 12 strips, but the strips can be cut in half to fit your stitches, so you're gonna get double the wear. It's gonna last you 24 weeks for $25, so it's actually pretty inexpensive. And so I am using that. I will give you guys an update. So when I was 6 weeks post-op is when my doctor said that I could start using my scar treatment. So I'm just gonna explain to you guys how I took care of my stitches. Basically, you just wash it with gentle soap and water. Never scrub it. I never used my sponge over it because you don't want the sponge to get caught onto your stitches and then pull them. So just do it with your fingers very gently. I always patted them nice and dry, and after every shower I would always apply bacitracin. So right now I am 8 weeks post-op. I still have a little bit of sensitivity in the scar area. So when my bra kind of gets too close to my scar, it does feel a little bit uncomfortable. It doesn't hurt. It's just more sensitive, I think. Still not wearing normal bras. I don't even know what size I am yet. I haven't tried buying any new bras. I haven't tried wearing anything with any underwire. I don't really want to because the sensitivity is a little too much for me to even try and wear something with underwire. But that is everything for this video. I know it was a long one. I hope you guys stuck through because it was jam-packed with information. I appreciate your time, and I hope you find this video helpful if you're thinking about getting a breast augmentation surgery. And I do want to say that I am not promoting plastic surgery or breast augmentation surgery, but I am promoting self-love and confidence. And if getting plastic surgery or getting a breast augmentation is gonna make you feel better about yourself and you're gonna love yourself more, then do it. Just do whatever makes you happy. Do whatever is gonna make you a better version of yourself. And that's all that matters. Don't care about what anyone else thinks or what they say. It's all about you. Do it for you. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Follow me on Instagram at Gabdel2. And also be sure to come back for my next video. I love you guys. Bye.